Welcome once again here to the Student Activity Center on the campus of Indiana University South Bend. My name's Paul Connery. I'm the president, founder of Regional Radio Sports. Thanks to my main man, Tanner Camp, for directing traffic on the other side of this camera. Without him, we would be absolutely nothing. No rings, no blings. But we're glad to have Tanner with us here today. Great to be joining you here for Indiana University South Bend Women's Basketball Media Day. To my immediate left, Amaya Rufus, a product of Elmhurst, Illinois, and to my far left, Jazmen Watts, who grew up right here locally and has had a chance to kind of really elevate her career to a whole new time after transferring over from Bethel early on in her college career. Ladies, first of all, I know this is a new opportunity for everybody, but I would like to go back, and since we recently celebrated National Coaches Day, and this has kind of been my theme as I've talked to athletes this week and doing several of these Media Day things, is I want to talk about your coaches who have influenced your life along the way. I want you to share with me whether it be a youth league coach or a junior high or a high school, and as well as your college coaches. Mm-hmm. So, Amaya, first of all, let's start with you. When you look back on your athletic career, who has played an immeasurable impact in your life?
I would say my dad. He was one of my first coaches, and he was the coach that made me into who I am today. Like, he made me a point guard, which really upped my confidence and helped me get to where I am today. Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
anybody else?
I'd just say him, really, because he was the main person supporting me through everything. So, yeah.
Jazz, how about you?
Not only my parents, my mom and dad, but also, I'm going to take it way back and go deep into my roots and say my old, softball coach, my old Little League coach, and his name was Tony Gruber. I feel like he really, really genuinely installed, great grit within me and gave me that trait as a young kid. So I appreciate him to the fullest.
And how has Coach Bruce fit into that scenario as your college coach? Jazz, let me start with you on that.
Thank you. Coach Bruce is beyond a college coach. Coach Bruce has become a family figure to me. We call him Granddaddy Bruce a lot. Mm-hmm. Just because he's just so much more than just a coach. He's a great family figure to have on your side.
Maya, how about you? What's your take on Coach Bruce?
I would say the same exact thing. Whenever me and Coach have our meetings, the last thing we talk about is basketball. The first thing we talk about is everything else going on in my life, and he's just always been there for everybody. So I would say, he's been great like that.
Last year was a really, really special year from a record standpoint. You think back on it, 31 wins, 2 losses, all kinds of awards for a lot of people. We'll talk with Tinley in our next segment about being first team all conference. We'll talk about some of the gals who are not with you anymore. 3 that really kind of, I think, took this program from being a really good program to being an elite program. And we're talking about the 2 guard girls, and you look at Emma, as she had a special year. So let's talk about those 3. I think we have to give props to those who have kind of paved the way. Maya, let's talk with you. And I know last year was a difficult year for you because you were injured early on in the season. So you probably saw them maybe from a different light than you probably ever had, because now that you're on the bench with an injury and you can't help but do anything but root and do all those kind of things, your mindset with those 3 seniors probably changed a little bit. So what was your take on the 3 seniors?
Yeah, I've always loved those girls from the first day I got here. And being last year in a whole different position, sitting on the bench, was just really eye-opening to me to see the team in a different light, as you said. Just seeing those girls, I could just see how bad they wanted it every single day out there. It's different when you're watching them out there than when you're playing with them. It's just you could see the grit that they had and the determination they had every single game. So,
Jazz, your take on the 3 seniors from a year ago?
Yeah, them triplets was something else, boy. But I can't thank them enough because, like you said, they paved the way. They showed me what it took to, to get these 2 rings on my hands. They showed me what it took to be an All-American, to be All-Conference, to, they definitely paved the way, to say the least.
So how has your guys' role changed now that you're in that position of being the prominent players, the veterans of this roster? What are you going to do, Amaya, different? Hopefully everything goes well with your upcoming doctor visit and you get cleared to get a chance to play. So give us an idea on how you will approach this season, both on and off of the floor.
Yeah, so even last year it was kind of hard for me to be that leader because I'm not out there on the floor with everybody. So my role as a leader definitely changed. I feel like it's still a little different because I'm not playing yet, but I'm still like doing what I can for the younger girls on the team and still stepping up where I can to give my guidance, to offer my wisdom to everybody that needs it. But yeah, when I'm back out there, I feel like it's definitely going to be easier for me to like give that wisdom, like because I'm out there playing with everybody, know how things are going. So
Jazz, your thoughts on that?
I'm out there playing, so I can be the burden of bad news. I don't I don't care. Like I said, them 3 girls, they showed me what it takes to win, and like that's my role. That's my responsibility now. Like I'm in their shoes, so I have to be that type of person. I just have to try to find that good balance, that fine line between being the bad bear, the big bad bear, and being Lil Bo Peep,
Susie.
Positive Susie. I don't want to be too positive, but I don't want to be too mean at the same time,
I understand that role because I play that role a lot with our group, and there's a fine line of where you have to be the as you alluded to, the bearer of bad news, where someone's got to be the boss.
Man, somebody has to.
And if you don't have that, so I guess the question is who is the boss now of this group coming back? Is it Tenley? Is it you guys?
No, we all are.
I think it's all of us together. It's difficult because as you know, the triplets, they were very like silly all the time, and we love that about them. They were serious, but they were also very silly. So we're trying to also find that balance of having fun and also like keeping our foot down on everybody. So I think all of us together. It's not one of us. It's everybody.
Just like how those 3 girls, like they each had a role to play within themselves. Like all 4 of us present something to the table that's all good for us girls.
With the new gals coming in, there's certainly, we bring in 4 or 5 new people. That's a whole nother dynamic to your team. Coaches talk about culture a lot, and I know this has been my theme this week in talking with athletes, is when you create a culture, and Coach Bruce has created a culture. He's created a family dynamic. You're always kind of leery, is someone still going to fit into our culture? Is someone still going to be part of our family? I thought Tenley did a really good job last year, immediately coming from Youngstown, fitting right into the family dynamic. So when you want to kind of look down at the bench or at practice and say, hey, listen to one of those new believers, if you will, who are coming in to try to be a part of that, how do you make sure that the family dynamic stays intact? Let me start with you, Amaya.
Yeah, I really think that buys into like coaches recruiting. He doesn't recruit anybody that he doesn't think is going to fit in well to our team. But also when girls come in and they see us older girls, they see how committed we are. I feel like that's how they like buy into us and buy into what we have to offer as a team. Because I know when I came in as a freshman, I was the same way. I saw the older girls and I was like, this is where I want to be. This is the culture that I want to be a part of. So I just fit in right away.
Jazz, you any thoughts on that?
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of my mind, like I trust Coach Bruce just as much as he trusted me, so I know that he's just not going to bring anybody to the table. So with these new group of girls, they got a lot of stuff to learn, referring to the freshmen, and like I said, he's just not going to bring anybody to the table.
All right, let's talk about the 24-25 season. Obviously, last year when you're the elite team in the league, people look at you different. How they play you is different. When they see your name come up on their schedule that day, they're thinking, well, this is our Super Bowl. So there's a big difference between being a team that is always being hunted, being the team that is hungry enough to remain being the hunter. I know it's kind of a play on words there, but it's a mindset about going out and not allowing, case in point, a young and very talented Holy Cross team. I was over there earlier this week, and they said IU South Bend is the team to beat until somebody proves otherwise, and so they recognize that. And they have a pretty talented group coming back, a senior-laden group, but still they understand and they give you the props and the respect known that, hey, listen, until somebody knocks them off their pedestal, they're still the team to beat. So do you guys feel that the pressure of always being Superman?
Oh, yeah.
Superwoman?
For sure. There's always going to be a target on our back, win or loss. Like I said, we got 2 rings on our hands, so that target ain't going nowhere. Of course, we're going to be the team to beat because we winners.
Yeah.
period, point blank.
As Coach said, it's hard to stay on top. Like, it's not easy to get on top, but like when you're on top, it gets harder and harder to keep your position on top, and because teams are going to keep gunning and gunning for you. So I think we're used to it at this point, but since we have a new team, it's going to be trying to teach those new girls like what they can do to help us in that system. So
Maya, obviously the big question for you, and I'm sure it is for most people who are fans of the Titans basketball program, I understand the dynamics that coming off a knee injury, there's always there's multiple things in play.
Yeah.
Number one, mentally, am I going to be able to go out there and play loose, play aggressive, and play with the same type of orneriness and tenacity that you played with before? And I know those questions have not been answered yet because you haven't been cleared.
No.
But where are you at mentally right now as you head into the season?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Mentally, it's still tough trying to be out there because I haven't gotten that up and down type of play. Like, literally the other day in practice, I rolled my ankle, and that was, like, scary for me. So it's, like, little injuries like that. It's, like, how am I going to overcome that little hump? But I think once I get back into practice, once I get back into that 1v1 up and down play, I feel like I'll be fine. I'll be right back where I was.
So who do you guys feel is the team to beat in the CCAC?
IU Titans.
Yep.
Ourselves.
I think ourselves every single time.
You know?
Because
We are
at
our
the end of the
biggest
day,
enemies.
it's always trying to stay together as a team. So I don't think any other team could match our energy like that. So.
All right, well, last question for you guys. It's a open-ended question. Maya, let's start with you. The Titans are going to have a chance to win the conference and go to the NAIA National Tournament Series if we do this.
If we stay together as a team and don't what's it called? Come City say like fight each other. We got to stay strong as a team, as a unit, and that's it. That's all I have to say.
Jazmen, what's your take on that question?
If each individual played a role,
Yeah, that's a great point.
you know, if you play a role, then you can't ask for much else, win or loss, you know.
Been awesome hanging out with you. It's been awesome watching you guys play over these years. Thanks for taking time. Good luck. I hope that injury never happens again the rest of your lifetime.
Yep, knock on wood.
All right. Once again, a special thanks to Jazmen and Amaya. Once again, for all of us at Regional Radio Sports here at the Student Activity Center, I'm Paul Condry.